Greetings, friend. It's Alexander. Today we do not discuss a simple trick for productivity or a life hack to find more time. Today we declare war. We are here to name the invisible, internal enemy that is the sole, indivisible source of all your suffering, your stagnation, and your unlived dreams. Stephen Pressfield gave this enemy a name: resistance. You must understand what this is. Resistance is not you. It is not your personality. It is not a character flaw you must heal. It is an impersonal, universal, and malevolent force that rises from within to oppose you the moment you commit to any act of personal growth. It is the shadow that leans over your shoulder when you try to write, to meditate, to build a business, or to heal your body. It is the voice that whispers, "Start tomorrow, you've earned a rest." It is the sudden, overwhelming wave of exhaustion when you are perfectly healthy. It is the sudden, urgent need to check your phone, to clean the kitchen, to do more research, or to pick a fight with a loved one. Resistance is the force that seeks to keep you in stasis, to prevent you from becoming the person you were born to be. It is intelligent, it is insidious, and its only goal is to kill your potential. You must understand this. Resistance is the dragon at the gate of your destiny. It does not appear when you are engaging in self-destruction. It does not bother you when you are scrolling mindlessly, indulging in cheap comfort, or gossiping. It only appears when you aim up, when you try to ascend from a lower plane to a higher one. The more important the calling, the more terrifying and powerful the resistance. The presence of intense, paralyzing fear, of crippling procrastination, and of profound self-doubt is not a sign that you are on the wrong path. It is the definitive, blaring, infallible signal that you are on the only path that matters. Resistance is a compass. It points directly to your soul's work. The more fear you feel, the more certain you can be that you must do the work. This enemy has many allies, and you must learn their faces. It uses doubt to tell you that you are an imposter, that you have nothing new to say. It uses fear of failure to paralyze you with what-ifs. But its most cunning weapon is fear of success. Resistance knows that if you truly succeed, you will have to leave your old self behind. You will have to change, to take on new responsibilities, and to face the envy of others. It whispers that success will isolate you, and so it is safer to remain small. Its most common tactic is rationalization. The rationalizing mind is the voice of resistance. It will give you 1,000 brilliant, logical, airtight reasons why you cannot or should not do the work today. It is a master lawyer in service of your mediocrity. To fight resistance, we cannot use logic because it will out-logic us. We cannot use motivation because it fades. We must, as Robert Greene teaches, adopt the mindset of the master. We must turn pro. We must see this fight not as a hobby, but as our sacred, daily, professional battle. Your enemy is real. Your strategy must be too. The amateur believes the world should be fair and that inspiration should strike. The professional knows the world is indifferent and that inspiration only comes after the work begins. Resistance feeds on the amateur. It devours the dabbler, the weekend warrior, the dreamer who waits for a magical flash of inspiration. The only way to defeat this force is to starve it of its power, and you do that by committing to the path of mastery. This journey, as described by Robert Greene, begins not with glory. but with the profound, unglamorous, and ego-crushing stage of apprenticeship. This is where the war is won. This is where you forge the armor. The path to mastery is not a sprint. It is a long, deliberate internal transformation. It begins with the most critical choice of your life, the submission to a life's task. You must find the field that resonates with your deepest, most primal inclinations. This is not a choice based on money, status, or what your parents wanted for you. It is a pull from within, a subject that sparked your curiosity as a child, a skill you feel almost destined to learn. This is your calling, and by dedicating yourself to it, you align your inner force against the chaos of resistance. You give your life a singular, defined purpose. Once your task is chosen, you enter the apprenticeship. This phase has one goal, and one goal only: to learn, not to earn. You must silence your ego. You must empty your cup and accept profoundly that you know nothing. Resistance will hate this. It will scream that you are special, that you are a genius, that you can skip the boring parts, and you must ignore it. Your strategy here is threefold. First, you must practice deep observation. You do not impose your half-formed ideas. You simply watch the masters in your field. You absorb their patterns, their processes, their way of thinking, not just their surface-level actions. You are learning to see the structure behind the magic. Second, you must acquire skills through relentless, repetitive practice. This is the daily battlefield. This is where you meet resistance head-on. Resistance hates the boring work. It hates the scales, the fundamentals, the drills. But you will embrace them. You will understand that in this repetition, you are not just learning a skill. You are forging a new nervous system. You are burning the pathways of mastery into your very biology. This requires immense patience. You are not seeking a quick result. You are seeking a permanent transformation. The third and most crucial strategy of this phase is mentorship. You must find someone, either through a direct personal relationship or through their books, their art, their recorded works, who has already defeated the dragon you now face. You will model their success, not to copy them, but to understand the mindset of their discipline. You will absorb their philosophy, their work ethic, their way of handling adversity. This entire phase is an exercise in humility. Resistance will scream that you are better than this, that this work is beneath you, that you should be further along by now, and you will smile, and you will continue your practice. You will show up every day, whether you are inspired or not. This is the code of the professional. The professional does not wait for the muse. The professional sits down at the desk and through the act of working summons the muse. This daily, unwavering, ritualistic commitment is the first great blow you strike against your enemy. It is the foundation of your fortress. The apprenticeship phase forges your skills, it builds your armor and sharpens your sword. But resistance is cunning. It will now shift the battleground from your hands to your mind. It will attack your confidence, it will tempt you with shortcuts, and it will try to poison your focus with the trivial. To ascend to true mastery, you must now adopt the psychological strategies of the master. You must learn to fight the war on the internal front. First, you must cultivate the original mind, or what Greene calls the creative active phase. After you have deeply absorbed all the rules of your field, you must begin to gently and then violently break them. Resistance wants you to be a conformist. It wants you to stay safely within the lines, to produce work that is competent but forgettable. Mastery demands that you now connect ideas that have never been connected before. You must protect your time for deep work. This is your sacred space. No phone, no email, no distractions. This is where you wrestle with the complex problems, where you allow your subconscious to fuse disparate ideas. Resistance will fight you with every tool it has: boredom, anxiety, the pull of the trivial, the urgent email. You must be more ruthless. Your focus is your weapon. The master's mind is not a faster mind, it is a more focused mind. It has learned through brutal practice to say no to the good so it can say yes to the truly great. Second, you must embrace the reality of social intelligence. Resistance loves to use other people to stop you. It will manifest as envy from your peers who feel left behind. It will manifest as loving concern from your family who don't understand your path. It will manifest as the smooth, rational arguments of a boss who wants to keep you where you are. Robert Greene is clear. You must learn to see through the masks of others. Do not be distracted by their words. Observe their patterns and their actions. Learn to protect your emotional state. The master does not react. The master responds. They do not get drawn into petty battles, online arguments, or pointless ego-driven conflicts. They conserve their emotional energy for the work. They have conquered their own triggers, and in doing so, they have disarmed the power of others to pull them off their path. This emotional detachment is a superpower. Finally, you must adopt the strategy of negative capability. This is the profound, advanced skill of holding uncertainty, doubt, and ambiguity without rushing to a simple, comforting answer. Resistance wants you to panic. It wants you to grab the first, easiest solution. It wants you to finish the project prematurely just to relieve the anxiety of the creative void. The master is willing to stay in the void. The master is willing to live inside the question, to wait for the true, profound insight to emerge, even if it takes weeks or months. This requires immense faith in the process. It is the understanding that the process itself is the goal. You are not just building a product. You are building yourself. You are forging a mind that is resilient, patient, and deeply rooted in its own purpose. This internal, unshakable strength is the fortress that resistance cannot breach. It can pound on the walls, but you are at peace inside, doing the work. We have named the enemy resistance. We have walked the path of the apprentice. We have adopted the strategies of the master. Now, we must make the final sacred covenant. This is the understanding that the war is never truly over. This is not a battle you win once. It is a territory you must defend every single day. Resistance never sleeps. It will be there, waiting for you, every single morning for the rest of your life. And so, you must be there to meet it. This is the ultimate lesson from the war of art. The battle is not a one-time event. It is a daily practice, a lifelong ritual. This is the moment you turn pro. The amateur, the dabbler, the person resistance loves to defeat, operates on mood. The amateur waits for inspiration. The amateur believes that the work should be easy or fun. The amateur is terrified of criticism and derailed by failure, taking it as a sign to quit. The professional, however, operates on a schedule. The professional does not wait for the muse. The professional sits down at the appointed hour and, through the sheer brute force act of working, summons the muse. The professional understands that the work is often a grind, a slog, a battle, and shows up anyway. The professional accepts failure as part of the process, as data to be learned from. The professional is a stoic, detached from the outcome, but married to the process. This covenant is the decision to turn your life into a ritual of discipline. You must accept that suffering, when tied to your purpose, is no longer suffering. It is initiation. The pain of the daily work, the frustration of the plateau, the fear of the blank page. This is the price of admission for a life of meaning. You must choose your pain, for there are only two types: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The amateur seeks to avoid all pain, and in doing so, guarantees they will suffer the infinitely heavier pain of regret. The pain of discipline is sharp, it is temporary, it is the burn of the muscle being built. But the pain of regret is dull, it is permanent, and it is the corrosive, soul-deadening ache of the unlived life. It is the ghost of the person you were born to be, haunting you on your deathbed. You must choose. The professional chooses the pain of discipline every single time. This is where mastery and the fight against resistance merge into one singular existence. The reward for your discipline is not external. It is not the money, the fame, or the validation. Those are byproducts. The true reward is the person you become in the process. It is the internal, alchemical transformation from a fearful, scattered amateur into a centered, focused professional. It is the building of an unbreakable character. The world cannot break a person who shows up every day. Criticism cannot break a person whose validation comes from the act of creation, not the reception of it. The profound peace you seek comes from knowing, when you lay your head down at night, that you did not betray your calling. You did not let the shadow win. You showed up. You honored your word to yourself. This self-respect is a fortress that no external force can ever breach. So, when you wake tomorrow and that cold, insidious, and deeply familiar voice of resistance begins its list of rationalizations, you're too tired. It's not good enough. Who do you think you are to even try? Just start tomorrow. You will have your answer. You will not argue with it. You will not debate it. You will not try to outlogic it, because it is the master of lies. You will simply nod, acknowledge it, and say, "I see you," but you do not get to drive. And then you will sit down and you will do the work. You will honor your covenant. You will put in your time, because you are not a dabbler. You are not a victim. You are not an amateur. You are a master in training, and your commitment to the path, your ritual, your practice, your unwavering yes to your purpose is the only weapon you will ever need. This is the war for your soul. It is the only war that matters. But it is not the end of the story. For after the covenant is kept, after the war is waged daily for years, a new state of being emerges. The war itself begins to transform. After a lifetime of honoring the covenant, after thousands of mornings spent meeting resistance head-on, something profound and magical begins to shift. The daily war, which once felt like a brutal, conscious, grinding effort, begins to dissolve. The battle transforms into a dance. This is the final, transcendent reward of the path. You are no longer just practicing mastery. You are becoming it. This is the state that Robert Greene describes as the highest level of human intelligence, the fingertip feel, or what the masters call intuitive mastery. In the apprenticeship, you learn the rules mechanically, like a child reciting grammar. In the strategic phase, you learn to apply them consciously, like a debater building an argument. But now, after years of dedicated, focused practice, the rules have dissolved into your very nervous system. You no longer think about the next move, you simply know it. You see the entire pattern of the chessboard, not just the pieces. You feel the subtle shift in the market before the data confirms it. You know what the character needs to say before your fingers type it. This state of high-level intuition is not magic. It is the natural, biological, and spiritual result of your unwavering, decade-long commitment. Your mind has become so saturated with the deep structure of your craft that it now operates faster than conscious thought, processing millions of data points in an instant. This is the state Stephen Pressfield describes as being a vessel for the muse. In the beginning, the professional sits down to summon the muse through the brute force act of work, but the master, who has proven their dedication 1,000 times over, no longer has to summon. The muse, the divine, the collective unconscious, whatever you wish to call that higher intelligence, knows where to find them. The work begins to flow through you with an intelligence and a grace that feels larger than your own small self. You are no longer the one creating, you are the one receiving. This is the psychological state of flow, where time dissolves, your sense of self fades away, and you are fully, blissfully immersed in the act of creation. And what of resistance? Resistance is still there, for it is a law of nature, like gravity, but it is no longer a roaring dragon at the gate. It is a faint, pathetic whisper in the distance. You have not just defeated it, you have made it irrelevant. Your love for the process, your joy in the deep focus, and your connection to this higher intuitive power have become so loud that the voice of fear cannot be heard. In fact, resistance now changes its tactics. It may try to tempt you with hubris, the belief that you have arrived and can stop the daily practice. But the true master smiles at this, too, knowing that the practice is the only thing that keeps the channel open. The discipline is no longer a chore. It is the sacred act that allows this divine state to exist. This is the ultimate healing. It is the release from the tyranny of your own self-doubt. You are no longer the fearful amateur wondering if you are good enough, if you're an imposter. You are the calm professional, the master who shows up simply to be a channel for the work that chose you. The joy is no longer in the I of the ego. I finished this. I achieved this. The joy is in the process. The joy is in the work itself. This is the peace that surpasses all understanding. This transcendent state is not reserved for a chosen few, for the geniuses born with a gift. It is the birthright of every person who chooses to honor the covenant, who respects the process, and who wages the war against resistance every single day until the war itself is no more. Remember, I'm rooting for your victory. Until next time.